Hello and welcome back to the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational League. This is the semi-finals. I am the Crushinator, and I will be your caster for this evening between the number 1 seed Nexus Cats versus the number 4 seed Hostest with the Mostest Zul'jin Distillery. It is going to be a best of 3 for tonight's matchup. Winner going on to face Regen Ghost in the grand finals of XGDI Season 5. Teams are about ready to go, so let's take you over to the map screen and let you know what the situation is for tonight's matchup. Nexus Cats banning away Towers of Doom and Cursed Hollow. Zul'jin Distillery banning away Battlefield of Eternity and Volskaya Foundry. And it will be Zul'jin Distillery taking us to Brax's Holdout for game number 1. Let's get into the draft. Braxis Holdout! Alright, we're back in business. We have the correct team going first. Fantastic stuff. Alright, it will be Nexus Cat's first act here. They're gonna go ahead and ban away Led's Stukov. I was wondering if we were gonna get to see Led Stukov today. Looks like the answer is no. Led has been absolutely automatic on the infested Terran. Gonna make him play something else, though. Chromie banned away. Chromie, of course, still pretty strong. I believe Chromie's getting rolled back in the next big patch, which I think is going on PTR next week and live the week after, should I recall correctly. A little bit too, they went a little bit too ham on that W quest. That's okay, we can deal with it for now. Nexus Cats thinking about their next ban. They're going to ban away Old Man Kane. Kane, another one targeted in the next PTR patch. The Ruby cooldown going from 10 seconds up to 20. Certainly not spelling the doom of the old man, but trying to possibly make Ruby not the automatic pick, not just ruling team fights the way it has been. And XGD gonna ban away Garrosh, and Nexus Cat's gonna snap up that Rexar almost faster than they were able to. That almost looked like some Haxar on that Rexar pick. But when it comes to controlling top lane on Braxis, it's tough to beat Rexar one-on-one. So we'll see if XGD comes up with a rotating strat, possibly with a global type strat to deal with this Rexar. But trying to solo Rexar and Misha, it's tough stuff. So far, XGD just going to work on their 4-man with the Diablo Orphea pickup here. Very strong combination of heroes, of course, especially for controlling that point. Top lane locked in. Bottom lane still to be worked out. The Doctor is going to go ahead and grab the Tassadar. Definitely very strong for poking onto the point, clearing those lanes, and McGiblets is going to land on the Malfurion. Malfurion also very strong with the area control, which is very, very important here on Braxis Holdout. XGG thinking about a ban. Tanks, they have picked their tank. They've already banned out a tank. We'll see if they want to narrow that pool even further. Johanna and ETC are still on the table. They're going to go ahead and ban away Stitches. Looking to avoid a Stitches Malfurion combo, kidnapping off the point. And Zarya going to be banned away by Nexus Cats. Zarya is a little bit of a pocket pick here on Braxis Holdout. You can break her out in multiple situations, but I'd say on Braxis particularly, you get to see the real power of Zarya in those very compressed lanes. Next two picks belonging to XGD. We'll see how they want to round out this comp without Deckard available for the Diablo Orphea. Be Fresh is going to go ahead and grab Raynor, and Cowboy Kyle is going to match the Rexar with a Malthael. Malthael can get on top of Rexar. It's a little bit of a skill matchup there, whether Turd is going to be able to move around and avoid those avoid those marks coming out from Malthael. This will be definitely an interesting matchup, as Arthur now is going to go ahead and snap up the Genji, and Mark Zombie is going to be playing Mei. Genji has a particular skill here on Braxis Holdout, having 2 abilities that can traverse those middle walls and terrain on Braxis Holdout, so being able to rotate very quickly and effectively. See what the final pick here is from XGD. They do need their healer. We'll see what Led is interested in here. It is going to be a Brightwing. So bringing in a bit of that global presence, possibly to help out Malthael in that top lane, make the rotations a little less predictable. Alright, well we've got 2 pretty informed comps here. We've got the Rexxar top lane with the Genji support. We've got the Malthael to cover with that Brightwing support. And some strong point control coming out from both squads. We'll see how these 2 teams stack up here. Game number 1, it's Nexus Cats versus Zul'jin Distillery. Alright, we're going to load in here to Braxis Holdout. Definitely. Man, I'm looking at these 2 comps, and it's not like one... I can't really pick one over the other here. They've both picked some very good responses to the other's draft. I'm interested to see how these 2 clash here on Braxis Holdout, especially on a map that I don't really get to cast all that often. But here we go. Teams are ready. Let's get going.
Facility powering.
On the left, in the blue, are the Nexus Cats, with Turd Herder playing that Rexxar, McGiblets on the Malfurion, Mark Zombie playing Mei, the Doctor on Tassadar, and Arthanau on the Genji. On the right, in the red, we have Zul'jin Distillery with Cowboy Kyle playing the Malthael. Be Fresh is going to be on Raynor, Led on Brightwing, DeWitt on the Diablo, and Angleshot on Orphea.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go, Braxis Holdout. Tassadar, of course, looking to stack up those Qs, another target of the PTR bans. Raynor starting off with that trait build, going with the Give Him Some Pepper Veteran Marksman on 1. And Malthael's actually going to go ahead and pick up on a Pale Horse, as we do have a possible gank in the top lane here. Arthanau already countering this Malthael move onto Rexxar. Misha is there for the stun, and that's a quick kill for Zul'jin, or for the Nexus Cats. Although a counter kill may be coming here against the Doctor, but a nice wall gets Tassadar on out of there. Arthanau coming to join the team. Come in and harass, flank in this 4-man. Try to give Tassadar a little bit of space. DeWitt picking up Mei, looking for the possible slam here. Mei's trait is popped, but that's a lot of damage on a Diablo with a follow-up stun available. DeWitt trying to use the Shadow Charge to get out, but will not succeed. Smart Zombie is going to ice on out of there. And that's 2 quick kills for the Nexus Cats. Cowboy Kyle has returned to the top lane. Did soften up Turd Herder at the start there, so Rexxar going to be hanging out at about half health for a little bit here. Beacons are activating. Nexus Cats are going to jump right on top of that left side Hellbat camp, as is their prerogative being on the left here on Braxis Holdout. Diablo is rotating to the top lane, looking for a possible gank onto Rexxar here. Turd Herder's going to have to be careful. No first stun, but the second stun is there. Arthanau trying to come and help out. Is that going to be enough percent damage? We're at 5, we're at 4. Unbelievable. One more tick of damage. That would have been the end of Rexxar, but the Mark retires just in time, and Rexxar goes down. And in response, Nexus Cats pick up the kill versus Raynor in the bottom lane. And they're going to be pushing against just Orphea here with a very healthy Hellbat camp. Nexus Cats with a fantastic start. The Doctor and McGiblets just working on softening up this wall. Mark Zombie trying to interrupt these rotations. Genji still in the top lane, helping out the Rexxar. This could be trouble for Cowboy Kyle here, as Arthanau is right on top of the Reaper. 1 Q, is that going to be enough? Brightwing coming in to help out. That means we're down to a 3-on-3 here. Orphea will be the next to fall. So the rest of the Nexus Cat's going to try to take back this point and start the progress on these beacons. Back to a 1v1 in the top lane. Brightwing has rotated back down to the bottom lane here. Raynor now rotating up to try to harass Turd Herder off this point. Arthanau thinking about joining. No kill on Tamisha just yet. So the rest of the Nexus Cats do have this fort wall down. They're going to be pushing in here. A nice stun by DeWitt onto that wall. But that may not be enough as Diablo is going to be taken out by the Nexus Cats. Fantastic start here as we see Be Fresh and Led pushing back. Misha once again taking control of that top point. But Ankle Shot left to work alone down here, and it looks like the Nexus Cats are going to pick up this bottom fort. Be Fresh and Led are on the chase here. Mark Zombie gets the icing on out and a very nice wall, and once again, looks like the Nexus Cats are going to get away scot-free here. DeWitt considering which lane to go, splitting it down the middle. Looks like they're going to come on down to the bottom lane as Artha now rotating to the top, looking for a possible gank once again onto Malthael. See if Cowboy Kyle has the escape. The stun by Misha looks like it's going to be enough. Cowboy Kyle looking to get that Q healing off of 3. Ooh, and Malthael is taken out. Nexus Cats with the 3v4 down here. Led coming to join the fight. Only 44% on this beacon as Rexar once again taking control of that top beacon. Malthael will be rejoining the battle. Nexus Cat's up almost a full level here, 7-6. They've been doing a good job of keeping Malthael off the map and away from the minion experience. Taking a look at that experience. There's the stun though. The Doctor's gonna have to try to get on out of there. Ooh, what a nice blizzard by May. Looks like Tassadar will survive for now. Moving up very aggressively, trying to land those Qs and auto attacks onto Diablo. But Led is there with the teleport to save the big red machine. Looking at the experience so far, it's really the hero kills that are keeping Nexus Cats at such an advantage here. As Cowboy Kyle trying to harass Rexar in the top lane there. It's going to be interesting if Malthael chooses last rites, how that matchup is going to change. DeWitt with a very nice shadow charge onto May. Not a lot of healing back, and May is going to go down. XGD starting to turn things around, really controlling this bottom beacon very well here. Now that they have those level 7 talents. Orphea heading up to the top lane, trying to match the rotations of Genji. Turd Herder did tap. It's a little bit healthier than before. McGiblets trying to zone away Diablo and Raynor here. Both teams doing a very, very good job of rotating to the top lane and making sure that these solo laners do not feel safe at any time. They have to keep an eye on that mini-map. They can't venture out too far. Be Fresh taking some big poke damage from Tassadar. A great shadow charge from DeWitt gets him away from that lawn. Wiggles out past the shield, and it looks like Diablo's going to be just fine. Brightwing looking to help out our Malthael. No, actually going to rotate down to the bottom lane here. Rexar trying to find a way back onto the point versus this Malthael in the top lane. Cowboy Kyle looking to capitalize on this Misha. Won't quite find it. Actually getting stunned in tower range. That's a valuable resource that's taken out there in terms of Malthael's health bar. Nice flank here from XGD. They're looking for Mark Zombie, who's a little bit trapped there. The trait is popped. Oh, a nice stun and another stun coming out. Is that going to be enough to take down the Ice Princess? Looks like no, but there will be a counter kill onto Orphea by Artha now. Rexar having to back. Level 10 is approaching here for the Nexus Cats. DeWitt gonna have to be careful here as the root is out. The wall is down. No shadow charge available, but the blink from Brightwing is gonna be there in time. Heroics are very, very close to being online here for the Nexus Cats. Orphea just now returning to the battlefield, and here they are, level 10s. We have the Archon coming out from Tassadar. And there it is, Artha now going right in, looking to work that X-Strike into this fight. There is the Avalanche, the root, and the kill. Raynor is taken out. DeWitt gonna try to escape. There's the icing from Mark Zombie, getting the slow onto Diablo. It looks like this bottom fort is gonna go down. First structure of the game going over to the Nexus Cats. Checking in on Rexar and Malthael, both very healthy here in the top lane, awaiting rotations to help out. Looks like Artha now may have been spotted coming up here. Cowboy Kyle gonna retreat. Hellbat Camp is gonna be taken here by the Nexus Cats. Be Fresh looking to rotate, but Artha now sees him. This could be trouble for Raynor here as the stun for Misha is online. Slow coming out from Rexar will slow down Malthael. It is going to be the last rites from Malthael. That is going to make things a lot more difficult for Rexar. Rexar's going to have to be careful not to take any damage at all on these rotations, as it looks like the fight is breaking out in the bottom lane. Still, just 44% on this channel for the Nexus Cats as we now pass level 10. Be Fresh, looking to feign a rotation here, looking for a possible flank, coming in. Arthur now responds with that Swift Strike. Oh, doesn't quite get the double stun onto Mei. The silence onto Diablo is taken. X-Strike is out, led with a great pushback. Is going to keep Genji pinned in the back, and Genji will be the first to fall. Avalanche taking Brightwing and Diablo out of the mix as Bfresh trying to work his way back towards his healer. Psionic Storms are flying from Tassadar. Mark Zombie taking a ton of damage from the Orphea on the flank, and it looks like we're still trading beacons as Rexar managed to take that top point back against the Malthael. This has been very, very back and forth here. Mark Zombie catches Diablo in the stun. The root is there. The wall is out. That's a big chunk coming into Diablo, but so much spell armor. Diablo's going to be just fine, especially with that warp in from Brightwing, keeping him nice and topped off. XGD actually getting some channel time as Raynor has rotated to the top lane to try to contest. Led in a lot of trouble here. Mark Zombie on the chase. The Doctor trying to get one more auto. Brightwing going to go down to the knives of Genji. Bfresh trying to push back Rexar. Orphea taken out by the Nexus Cats here in the bottom lane. DeWitt rotating to the top. Looks like the Nexus Cats are on the chase here. They do see DeWitt in this bush. There's the slow onto Diablo. They're looking for a kill onto Malthael here. Cowboy Kyle going around the back way. The X-Strike is there, but Cowboy Kyle warping around, staying very healthy here. Bfresh gonna have to back off. Tassadar taken out by the last rites of Malthael. XGD looking to claim this point. Rexar did rotate to the bottom lane and claim that beacon. So another even beacon charge here as we approach level 13 for both teams, and still 0 Zerg wave has hit the field. Here we go, ults are committed, a bit of anti-synergy there, but Mei gets killed nonetheless. A huge silence coming out from the Giblets is going to allow Arthanaut and Malfurion to escape. Ankle shot working on Rexar down here, getting those Q hits off onto the Misha. Looking to get the kill onto Misha. There we go. That's going to be 20 seconds without the bear. Genji rotating up here. Gets a little stuck on the wall with that Swift Strike, but it looks like XGD may finally get the first Zerg wave of the game. I don't think without Misha, Rexar's not going to be able to go confidently onto that point. And there it is. The channel is complete, but Nexus Cats aren't through. Ankle shot in the back, working on the DPS. Arthur now using the X-Strike to get on out of there. Bfresh is going to have to be careful. Will be safe. Getting behind that Zerg wave, going to get on out of there. Orphea is pushed into the Nexus Cat squad, taking a lot of damage inside that Zerg wave, and Orphea is going to go down here. But it looks like Misha will be next. Or will he? Goodness me, Misha with the healing, but will eventually go down there as the Nexus Cats look to defeat this first Zerg wave of the game at level 13. The wave clear coming out from this squad is alright. I mean, Tassadar's is pretty good, but honestly, that's about it here for the Nexus Cats. I don't think they were planning on losing an objective here with this comp, but they do manage to get a pretty decent clear as they chase away the remaining members of XGD. Raynor down in the bottom lane doing his best versus that Zerg wave as the bottom keep wall is taken out. Not exactly a Zerg Crusher comp on the side of XGD either. Putting a lot of faith in their ability to control the points here, and it's turned out very well as here comes the combo, the double stun coming out onto the members of the Nexus Cats. The silence and the push are there. Orphea is going to be the first to fall. The Doctor has the last rites put on. That's a 1-for-1. The mages have traded out. The flip onto Mark Zombie. They're trying to finish off this Mei. Blizzard on the retreat is going to be enough. Catches 3 in the stun. Uses the icing to get on out of there using that talented movement speed. 1-for-1 on those mages. DeWitt looking to catch the rotation here. This could be trouble for Diablos. The retreat is cut off. Avalanche to send him into the fort just for good measure, but the shadow charge is there? Not quite. And that will be a reset on DeWitt's souls. Looks like the Nexus Cats are going to take the opportunity to grab this Bruiser camp. May trying to interrupt the rotations here. Does catch Malthael in the stun. Some big Qs coming out from Arthano. Another pushback from Led. This could be trouble. Ooh, taken out by that one lone tower. Genji goes down. This could be trouble for Mark Zombie as well. The Blizzard does go out, but with no more trait, May will fall. These kills are really starting to even out here, because it looks like XGD is going to be going for this boss. Genji and May are a significant amount of time away. They're not going to be able to contend here. Cowboy Kyle spreading the map a little bit, soloing that Hellbat camp before coming to help out. And XGD gets the double cap on these camps. Looks like the boss will be heading down to the bottom lane. Cowboy Kyle is going to wrap up that camp down there. Genji back on the field, May trailing a little bit behind here. The Apocalypse is out, but the combo not quite there. DeWitt is trapped under this fort and will go down here. Arthano trying to use the Reflect on the boss, and Orphea will get killed next. XGD is going to have to give the free clear here and retreat. This fort may go down anyway with the Yamato cannon coming out and the boss trained on this fort. Will there be enough DPS? It looks like it. Yeah, it's going to be just fine. Looking for a possible gank attempt once again onto Misha. The silence out from Brightwing. Mark Zombie looking to rotate here, but no support just yet. Gets the push onto Malthael. Is that going to be enough to take out the Reaper? Misha will go down first, but Malthael is taken out. Arthano in the thick of things, trying to prevent the retreat from XGD. Beacons are activated, and it looks like Nexus Cats will be the first to channel. Malthael still 30 seconds away. DeWitt gonna try to rotate down and take control of the bottom beacon while the rest of the Nexus Cats push down the top lane here. Looks like we're gonna see a rotation from Rexar to try to control that bottom point. Be Fresh, looking good for now. Looks like Rexar going to go ahead and put Misha on that bottom point as DeWitt looking to rotate up. Possibly catch Nexus Cats unaware. Malthael just now returning to the field. Beacon is being channeled, and here comes DeWitt. There's the Apocalypse. They do catch Genji. The Crushing Jaws not there in time as the cleanse was on point. Brightwing will be taken out by the silence of Malfurion. DeWitt trying to get some regen off that Flame Stomp. Cowboy Kyle, who just rejoined the battle, is now in a lot of trouble, taking some big damage from the Doctor and from Arthano. Malthael will be the next to fall. That's 2 kills for the Cats. Ankle Shot trying to get a fading kill onto Mark Zombie will be going down here. 3 kills for the Nexus Cats as Be Fresh and DeWitt have to retreat. The next Zerg wave is coming down the top lane, and this could spell trouble for XGD. These death timers are getting a little bit long here. They've got a full wave. They've got the Zerg wave pushing down this top lane. This could be keep and possibly more, depending on how this defense goes. Here come the Zerglings, and here comes the backup. DeWitt actually catching May in a double stun here, using the bottom exit to retreat. Be Fresh taking some big damage and some big poke from the Tassadar, but Brightwing is coming in to help. Malthael just now coming up. Orphea still 8 seconds away. This could be trouble if they chain some kills here. Misha is going to be the first to go down. Cowboy Kyle back in the thick of things, trying to eliminate this wave as it takes out this keep with ease. Mark Zombie going in, gets the stun onto Malthael. The root is there, and Malthael is down. The Zerg wave still very, very healthy. The avalanche onto Ankle Shot. Orphea is going to go down. A big stun onto the members of Nexus Cats by Diablo. But this could be it here. This root, the silence, the stun, and Diablo is down. This could be it for Raynor. Raynor taken out. Led's gonna have to retreat. And the core is taken out. Nexus Cats going up 1-0 in this series. GG. Well, oh well, oh well. Nexus Cats opening up very, very strong in that game, going 5-6 kills unanswered in the early going. But XGD just rotating around the map, taking the opportunities they could, clawed their way back into this game, and were looking very, very good in the mid game. But ultimately, one cap, that second Zerg wave, a couple extra kills, those brutal root silence combos were enough for Nexus Cats to pick up the first win of this series. Taking a look at the final talents there. So we get ready for game number 2. All right, game number 1 is in the books. Nexus Cat's going to look to close out this series, and XGD looking for the reverse sweep here. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to have game 2, Nexus Cats versus Zool Gin Distillery. Don't go away. Alrighty, these teams are rearing and ready to go. We're getting ready for game 2. Number 1 seed Nexus Cats trying to defeat number 4 seed Zool Gin Distillery in this semi-final matchup here in the Zool Gin Distillery Invitational League. We're about ready for game number 2 here, so let's go ahead over to the map screen and remind you of where we were in this series. Towers of Doom, Cursed Hollow, Battlefield of Eternity, and Volskaya Foundry were banned out for this series. Praxis Holdout was chosen by XGD, but Nexus Cats took that game number 1. And XGD, once again, opting for map pick, is going to take us to Alterac Pass for game number 2. Making sure everything's good in the lobby, and looks like we're good to go. Let's get into this draft. There we go. Alright, Nexus Cats once again first to act here. We'll see if they stick with that Stukov ban or if they've got something else in mind for Alterac Pass. It is going to be the Stukov. Led showed too much prowess on old Johnny Stukes. So we won't get to see those big brain Stukov plays today. XGD going to take away the Doctor's Tassadar. Did very big work last game. Could open the door here for the Nexus Cats to swipe away that Orphea, but we'll see what they want to prioritize here on Alterac Pass. One hero that I have seen on Alterac Pass do quite well is old Deathwang. Old Dwayne. We'll see whether one of these teams agrees. I would like to see the aspect of death here, as Li Ming is banned away by the Nexus Cats. Old Dwayne can get those lanes pushing the way you want, rotate very quickly. Delay for days with that lava pool. Chromie, once again, banned away by XGD. No Snap Rexar this time, not favoring the big half-ogre machine. Pet of Misha, of course. Thinking about Alterac Pass, you're thinking about camp control, you're thinking about pseudo off-laning, you're thinking about boss pits. Sometimes we see a Falstad here on Alterac Pass. The Doctor is going to go ahead and prioritize Kael'thas here for pick number 1. The fight pits here on Alterac do tend to get a little tight, a little small. Kael'thas can definitely take advantage of those cramped quarters. So we're probably looking at a sort of wombo combo style, possibly a stun follow-up style. Led taking the opportunity to snap up that Decker that made it through the bans this time, and DeWitt, comfortable on that Diablo, will pair along very well. Classic combo with Deckard Cain. So we'll see how Nexus Cats wants to evolve their comp here. Kael'thas can definitely fit both a Wombo and a Pick. It looks like Pick is the way to go. Mark Zombie grabbing the Garrosh. The Giblets once again on the Malfurion. So looking to break the ranks, punish the mistakes, throw people into the roots, follow-up stun from Kael'thas, and get some explosions. We'll see if Nexus Cats can pull it off with their final 2 picks here. Looking to throw a wrench into the mix, though, is XGD with this third ban. It's going to be Zeratul banned away. Arthanau plays a mean Zeratul. Do you know what else Arthanau plays a mean of? A mean of Vala is what Arthanau of plays. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Demon Hunter. Especially for that camp control. We got the Deckard, we got the Diablo. Imperius going to be banned away. That's just a great offlaner right now. Imperius also the target of nerfs in the upcoming patch. That flash of anger on 7 being targeted there. But still strong as ever, and we're going to see it banned away here on Alterac Pass. Solo laners yet to be picked. I find the solo lane matchup pretty interesting here on Alterac Pass, because you can do double soak wave clear, you can do gank attempts. Looks like Cowboy Kyle is going to do a little bit of both. Rexar very durable against ganks, can get the double soaking going. And Be Fresh is going to go ahead and pick up a Hanzo. Not one that I get to see an awful lot. I'm excited to see what Be Fresh can do on the Master of Geometry. Rexar. Final 2 picks, we've got Arthanau and Turd Herder mulling their options. We got a Tychus, is it a Blaze? It's a Dahaka coming out from Turd Herder. Alterac Pass, one of the largest maps available in Heroes of the Storm, so getting a global hero is certainly not a miss. Tychus, an interesting choice. Definitely going to be doing a lot of damage versus the spell armor heavy Diablo on that front line. Ankle Shot, thinking about the final pick here. It is going to be that Orphea. Just dishing out the damage, comboing off that Diablo Deckard noise. Interesting. Interesting drafts indeed. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking of what on earth to say. Well, I'll formulate my thoughts in a moment. Game number 2, the Nexus Cats versus Zul'jin Distillery. Getting ready. Here we go. Alright. I'm looking at these drafts. I'm seeing the Dahaka to cover the XP, make sure we're not going to get behind. We've got the Garrosh into Malfurion, into Kael'thas, and the Tychus to ward away Diablo from diving too deep. Excellent, excellent stuff. On the other side, we've got the nice core comp of the Orphea, Diablo, Deckard. A little bit of Hanzo spice in there is definitely going to make things interesting, and a big extra stun will absolutely not be a problem there. And Rexar, an incredibly strong offlaner. But enough chitter chatter. Let's get into the game here. On the left in the blue are the Nexus Cats. McGiblet's playing the Malfurion. Mark Zombie on the Garrosh. Turd Herder playing Dahaka. Arthanau on the Tychus. And the Doctor playing Kael'thas. On the right in the red, we have Zul'jin Distillery with Be Fresh on the Hanzo. Ankle Shot playing Orphea. Led on the Deckard. Cowboy Kyle playing the Rexar. And DeWitt on the Diablo. Here we go. Alterac Pass is underway. We do have the dash from Tychus, looking to evade those shadow charges and be able to position very aggressively. There's the throw and the stun. This is exactly what the Nexus Cats comp is built to do, and they do it well. Diablo taken out early. Very nice work. Rexar going to rotate up to the top lane. Dahaka will match as we see the mid lane cleared away by the Cats. Diablo back on the field. It looks like Kael'thas is going to go ahead and pick up the bottom lane soak for now. We're going to see these teams retreat to their mid lane camps in about 10 seconds here. Hopefully clearing this wave and then heading on back to the camps. Mark Zombie looking for a throw, but it's tough, really tough to find the angle in that minion wave. Looks like Zul'jin Distillery will get on top of their camp first. Arthanau and McGiblet's working on the Knoll camp of their own. The Doctor pushing very far forward here versus Be Fresh. This could be trouble. DeWitt looking for the rotation. Oh, a cheeky little Netherwind by the Doctor, stopping the shadow charging demon. Looks like we got a pretty respectful matchup in the top lane here. Turret Herder just trying to freeze the wave next to the wall, but Misha able to move up there with ease and capture all that XP. That should be a fairly passive matchup up there. There's the throw. Mark Zombie looking to just harass Diablo there. Here comes the rest of the squad. Both camps were taken. They will meet in the center here. Zoltan Distillery did get a bit of a clear advantage there, though. So they will be able to pick up their camp earlier for the rest of the game if they're on top of it. Kael'thas heading back down to the bottom lane, trying to catch this XP. Looks like a couple globes may wither away. Misha actually taken out in the top lane. Turret Herder likely landing a great grab and getting Misha underneath those towers, one can presume. Prisoners are located in 18 seconds, as if we didn't know where they were. But the first objective will be coming up here. We'll likely see these teams retreat back to their camps, try to capture those a second time before heading on to the first objective there. And interested to see what the solo laners are going to do up there, because trying to get level 7 for this first objective is pretty standard. Though by the time it pops, you see they're both just here at level 6. So this is where capturing it quickly the first time is going to favor XGD. They get to work on this right away, as Arthanow and McGiblets and the Doctor only now get to start this camp. So this might be an advantage for XGD here. So they're going to pick that up first and then head on to the objective. Looks like the clear speed is, well, it's pretty similar. XGD still has their camp advantage. Hanzo actually still in the bottom lane trying to get this XP, forcing the Doctor to respond. Level 7 is going to be here for both teams. So it looks like XGD trying to move on to this point. Let Misha tank these minions while Led gets the capture. Mark Zombie. Oh, actually does connect onto Cowboy Kyle. Decker trying to zone out the rest of the Nexus Cats. The root there onto Diablo. DeWitt a little bit low on souls here, meaning that spell armor is not quite up and running. Nice boot by the Tychus, but it looks like Diablo's going to get away, unless Turret Herder actually getting thrown in to get the final kill on Diablo. The Doctor getting harassed by B-Fresh in the bottom, though, from below. Neither of those sounded any better. My God. Misha once again getting taken out in the background. B-Fresh leaping over the icy water to get away there. Neither team able to move on to the other squad's prison camp just yet. Bit of a mana bar battle in the top lane as we see B-Fresh looking to harass the Dahaka here. Nice wiggle from the dinosaur. Evades that Q. Camps are coming up in about 5 to 10 seconds here for both teams. We'll see whether they want to contest this point or head on back to those camps. Oh, a very nice double stun onto Led along with the throw. This could be the end of Deckard Cain trying to walk over those rubies. Arthanow and McGiblets are on the chase, and Deckard's going to go down. A very nice pickup by Mark Zombie, finding that stun and throw. B-Fresh once again playing with fire there with very low health. So it looks like Nexus Cats are going to move on to the first objective of the game, and XGD will get on top of their camp. Mark Zombie not quite finding the throw there versus Orphea. Once again, looks like they're going to go ahead and pick up that kill onto Misha. So Rexar trying to soak safely from the top lane. Looking at a possible invade? No, not really. Looks like B-Fresh has the bottom entranceway covered. Only 10 more seconds needed on this first objective for the Nexus Cats. It looks like they're going to pick this up pretty easily. Oh, a fantastic CC combo. And Diablo is once again taken down. Mark Zombie very, very low, getting pushed around by Hanzo a little bit. Another kill onto Misha, and the first objective of the game is going to be barreling down the lanes for the blue team. Well, level 10 also very close here for the Nexus Cats, with a 2600 experience lead in the hero kills, 5-0 so far this game. Also about a 1500 minion experience lead as Dahaka Uses that dig to get down to the bottom lane. Mark Zombie could be in some trouble here, caught by the rotation. See whether the chase is good enough. Be Fresh putting those Qs into Garrosh, but it won't quite be enough. Ooh, isolation attempt from Turd Herder, not finding Hanzo there. Bottom lane push by Dahaka, top lane push by Kael'thas, and the rest of the Nexus Cats. We actually get a taunt silence onto Diablo once again. Arthanel getting thrown in, but dude, DeWitt using that as a shadow charge out. Diablo looks like they might survive here. Wow, very nice job using those potions and using that positioning to get on out of there. Ankle shot may not be so lucky though. Using that pushback on the Q. Will Orpheus survive? Oh my gosh, XGD just hanging by a thread here. Level 10s have now just arrived. You see that APOC and Eternal Feast combo. So no Crushing Jaws this time. We do have the Dragon's Arrow for Hanzo, along with the Bestial Wrath actually for Cowboy Kyle. So no slow on the boars, instead using that empowered Misha to try to get some work done. And we do have the Stay While and Listen from Deckard. Over on the side of Nexus Cats, we've got the Odin, we've got the Silence, we've got the Taunt, we've got the Isolate, and the Phoenix. Looks like our solo laners returning to the top lane. Camps once again being taken by our two squads. Hanzo and Kael'thas trading blows in the bottom lane. Having that point-and-click damage on Kael'thas is definitely a little bit of an advantage in that lane, but if Hanzo can start hitting those skill shots, Kael'thas doesn't have a whole lot of health bar to work with down there. Doctor playing very aggressively, trying to get some extra damage onto that bottom fort, as we do see these teams trying to clear these mid-lane camps. Checking in on that top lane. Still going steady up there. They're thinking about going in on a house together. Just going steady. The Doctor and Be Fresh playing with fire and knives and arrows and all sorts of things to keep your health pools low. Mark Zombie looking for a possible throw into Deckard, not quite finding it there. Just looking to interrupt those rotations. As we see McGiblet's going to come down here to top off the Doctor. Be Fresh in a lot of trouble, caught by the Doctor, and Hanzo will be going down here as DeWitt looking to possibly rotate. But without Hanzo there, this fight would be ill-advised. Mark Zombie's not done though, looking for a stun onto DeWitt. The throw is there, taunt is out. Double stun, the silence as well. My goodness, the sleep from Deckard not quite there in time, but Malfurion will go down to the Eternal Feast. Orpheus next to blow up. Mark Zombie not quite having the throw available for the Deckard. Getting those kills just in time for this objective. Without Malfurion here to top them off, they're going to have to be a little bit careful. Deckard Cain is on the field to help XGD stay nice and healthy, as Be Fresh going to poke in with those Qs and E's. Rexar going to have to rotate down here to help. Dahaka able to stay in the top lane, once again widening that XP advantage for the Nexus Cats. Looks like Nexus Cat's going to get killed. It's the Doctor actually getting caught by Rexar. Mark Zombie trying to get on out of there, but it may not be enough. The War Chief, gets to wiggle around, and it looks like gonna be okay, but Dahaka, actually manages to get the burrow just in time. Eternal Feast is out from the Orpheus, zoning away Garrosh from the fight, and that's enough time to get the kill onto Dahaka. XGD storming back with those two kills. That may not be it though, as Mark Zombie caught once again by the stuns of Diablo. Ankle shot on the chase, Misha keeping everyone honest there. And it looks like XGD strikes back, and they're going to start channeling on this objective. Down almost a level here, they're going to go ahead and check this camp. Nexus Cat's not going to get on top of it just now. The Indomitable is used just in case. Dahaka now rejoining the battle. Arthanel ready to come on up. Mark Zombie does get the throwaway. Could be in some trouble though. DeWitt going straight into the backline onto the Doctor. Phoenix is out. There's a big silence onto Diablo. Looks like it won't be quite enough damage to take him out. The stun and the sleep are there. Misha is the first to fall here. And it looks like Zul'jin Distillery will have to back off a little bit, but the Nexus Cats aren't just going to let him go. The Doctor is on the chase, avoiding the Q from Orphea. Misha is down here. Still a 5v, almost 5. DeWitt looking for the flank. For any possible shadow charge target. They want to take a fight here before level 16 is caught by the Cats, and there's the double stun once again onto DeWitt. Has enough time to get the APOC off, though. This could be trouble for Dahaka. Oh, a huge taunt by Mark Zombie, catches 3. Another triple stun. DeWitt somehow still alive, gets the kill onto Dahaka, and Diablo's gonna walk away. Unbelievable, keeping those health bars on the side of XGD, but they're all so low. They have to watch out for the damage coming out from this Odin Tychus. And it looks like we're at a stalemate here. 20 seconds till Dahak is back on the map. XGD very bruised, trying to get their health bars up high enough so they can get back in on this point. Level 16 is about to arrive. Ooh, a nice confluence of abilities there. Arc Zombie using the throw just to get away. Phoenix is out just in case. Arthanau did pick up that Null camp that's going to be marching down the mid lane. Trying to get on top of this point. Oh, they're not going to be able to stop it in time, but the fight is on. Misha's the first to go down. DeWitt is caught once again. He's been in this situation before. There's the silence, and they do finally take down Diablo. That is just a soul reset. Diablo already back on the field, but going to have to head to those lanes, pick up those souls in order to be the same big spell armor monster in these team fights. This is going to be a red objective, though, so DeWitt will have the opportunity to rotate around these lanes and pick up the souls very quickly, as we do see a rotation here. McGiblet's getting zoned away. DeWitt and Ankle Shot coming on down, but 2 versus 3, this could be trouble. Led coming to join the fight here. Diablo getting a bit countered now. There's the stuns, there's the throws, Indomitable is up. Looks like the taunt is almost there, 1 more second. But DeWitt will wiggle on out of there. So the rest of Nexus Cat's gonna have to retreat and clear up this objective. Dahaka working to clear in the top lane there. Not the greatest wave clear, especially with Rexar harassing, so that could be trouble there for the Primal Swarm pack leader. Mid lane will be rotated to. This could be no forts here. The wall being taken out in the bottom lane for XGD. They're looking to move on to Mark Zombie. But the objective is spent. DeWitt looks like they could be a little bit caught here. There's the Apocalypse looking for the counter engage. Mark Zombie taking a lot of damage, popping that Unstoppable. Nice sleep onto 3, get some good damage out with the Eternal Feast. It looks like Garrosh is just fine. Rexar is in the top lane, so the chase is on. It's a 5v4 for the Cats. Deckard Cain is going to go down first. Diablo could be in some trouble. That wall causing some problems, so getting on out of there is DeWitt. Mark Zombie looking for throws onto Angle Shot. Orphea dancing just out of range. Glitchy is the call from DeWitt. Not quite sure if there's a technical issue there. Hopefully everything's on the level. Odin is out to secure this bottom fort. Top fort was taken by Rexar in the off lane. So we are now even on structures. And it looks like Nexus Cats, with Deckard still down for 10 seconds, are going to go ahead and pick up their first boss of the game here on Alterac Pass. Ooh, getting stunned a little bit there. XGD sees this. This boss still very healthy, and the Nexus Cats playing it safe, seeing the Rexar was coming in, are just going to go ahead and leash this boss. Very, very smart play there. Their health bars were a little bit low. They didn't have vision of XGD, and once they got a whiff of trouble, they got on out of there. DeWitt just going ahead and making sure they didn't pull some, you know, some out and back business, but Nexus Cat's just going to pick up their Null camp. Ankle Shot working on the Null camp for XGD, and the objective is now waiting in the top lane. A full level lead for Nexus Cats, mostly on the back of those hero kills, but not to mention almost 3,000 extra experience donated by that global presence from Dahaka. Kael'thas leading the way on the damage for the Nexus Cats. Orphea doing a great job as well on the damage for XGD, as it looks like we may have an opportunity here. A fantastic Indomitable. Stops the Misha stun, but the feast is out. The stun from Hanzo as well. This could be trouble for Garrosh. Mark Zombie using those W's to try to stay alive. Phoenix dealing a ton of damage in the backline. Be Fresh once again very, very low on the Hanzo. Staying just out of range there, tossing those huge long-range abilities. Speaking of long-range abilities, Odin is on the field and is going to be wreaking havoc on that backline. Be Fresh very, very low here. There's the stun onto Lead. Once again, Hanzo dipping below 200 health. So it looks like Nexus Cats are going to jump onto this point and start the channel. There's the counter engage. The silence comes out though. Counter sleep by Lead. These heroics are flying left and right. Diablo getting very, very low here, taking huge damage, and Diablo's going to go down. Turd Herder could be next though. It's a trade. Diablo for Dahaka. Mark Zombie avoiding that Orphea damage best as possible. Arthur now on the chase, but he's going to get forced back by Misha. Misha with the getting stunned there is going to move over those rubies and be safe for now. Mark Zombie looking for a throw, finds Deckard, is going to go down for the trouble though. That could spell problems for the Nexus Cats as they now do not have their tank. They're going to have to go ahead and back on out of here. As Rexar can be the pseudo tank for XGD. Level 20 almost here for the Cats, but without Garrosh or Dahaka, they're not going to be able to get onto this point. Doctor actually trying to get away from Rexar here. McGiblet's throwing some abilities over the wall, trying to get some delays. Ooh, the Dragon's Arrow is out. There's the Apocalypse from a trailing Diablo, not quite finding the Doctor. Oh, the tick from the Eternal Feast, finding the kill onto Kael'thas. That could be trouble for Turd Herder as well. The burrow is there, but it's not going to be enough. Dahaka down, and the attempt to delay the capture was going well, but ultimately just dove a little bit too deep and giving up 2 more kills. XGD will now have the opportunity to pick up this next objective, go ahead and pick up level 20, and they will absolutely be looking to push down some keeps here. Linehouse coming to see Turret on the Dahaka and Gibbs on Malf, absolutely. Mark Zombie just looking to delay this capture as much as possible. Here comes McGiblets and Arthur now. This could be trouble for Cowboy Kyle. The taunt is there, and Rexar is going to go down. The rest of XGD is working on this boss. They left Rexar here alone to capture this point. Looks like they may get the boss, but they're not going to get the objective. There's the capture. The counter cap by the Nexus Cats. And we're going to have a little bit of back and forth. There's only 3 seconds left on the cap. Ooh, a big sleep onto Garrosh. Ooh, and they do manage to use the minions to stop the channel. Dragon's Arrow out. There's the Eternal Feast once again. This could be trouble for Mark Zombie. Oh, it actually gets flipped out of the feast. Using that W to stay alive. The Apocalypse coming down. Mark Zombie going to stay healthy. And Diablos will be killed. Nexus Cats somehow staying alive on this objective. Kael'thas is back to try to clear away this boss, and the rest of the Nexus Cats are going to press forward and pick up this objective. Really fantastic play coming out from the Nexus Cats, staying alive there. Losing 2 heroes and losing another 2, and now actually losing this top keep, so the boss getting a whole lot done during that exchange. But here come the cavalry. Mark Zombie's going to move on to this point. They don't have Kael'thas. We'll see whether that's going to be enough. It looks like they're going to think better of it as I go ahead and disconnect like a scrub. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, they did retreat. All right, okay. We didn't miss too much action. Sorry about that, folks. All good, all good. The blue cavalry is going to be barreling down the lanes here. Looks like XGD is prioritizing the mid-clear, going to challenge the Nexus Cats here. Dahaka is back, working on the top lane push. Bottom lane mostly unattended. It looks like B-Fresh is going to head on down there and start working on that clear. Keep wall has been taken. Lead actually gets thrown and taunted before the sleep can go out, and Deckard Cain is down. This could be trouble for XGD. Odin comes out. They want this keep. Nexus Cats is going to press on forward, putting some damage onto Misha, really putting some damage onto this keep. Mid keep is going to go down here. This Dragon Arrow does come out. The play of the game from Hanzo, rotating to the mid lane. Tahaka has the top lane push though, and the Nexus Cats are just going to rotate up there. Still 35 seconds till Deckard is back on the field. This could be multiple keeps here for the Nexus Cats. Got the 5v4, Hanzo cleaning up that mid lane before coming up to help. Misha taking a bunch of damage here. Cavalry is taken, the wave is beaten. Deckard's still down for 15 seconds, looking for a throw. Fresh gets caught in the stun. The taunt is there before the trait can get over the wall, and Hanzo's down. The counter engage by DeWitt catches the whole team in that apocalypse. But that's another dead for XGD. This could spell a whole lot of trouble. Another route there onto Diablo. Mark looking for the throw, but a very nice Hell's Gate from DeWitt escapes that fate. Top keep is down. Oh, a pre-cleanse onto Turner to save it from the Shadow Charge. Arthur now using that double dash to get on out. Led catching the whole team in the sleep. Allowing the rest of XGD to escape. But they did lose 2 keeps there. Looks like the Nexus Cats are going to go ahead and try to steal away this Knoll camp. Hanzo not on the field, but Deckard is. Is XGD going to contest? Looks like Misha going to move on to this point. Looks like they are going to. The double throw from Mark. There's the big taunt. The silence is out. The camp capped by the Nexus Cats. So much damage, so much fire. That's 3 dead. Cowboy Kyle trying to retreat. Rexar is dead. Diablo is going to be back on the field with those souls. Hanzo just now coming to join. But the Nexus Cats want this series. They want to end it right now. They're on top of the core. The Dragon's Arrow is out and catches 3. A huge cleanse, though. The Doctor and Mark Zombie, everyone's okay, but they're looking to retreat. They may not have this. Diablo's going to go down. Deckard being chased away by Turd Herder. Deckard Kane is down. Fresh being chased out, and it looks like the Cats survive. They're going to take out the core, and they're going to take the series. GG. An unbelievable performance coming out from both of these teams here in game number 2, Alterac Pass. Wow, what an incredible matchup there. Once again, back and forth all game long. The opening kills by the Cats, XGD with these fantastic counter engages, saves left and right. A huge play by the Nexus Cats while down members to stop the big objective plus boss push and reverse that and drive it ultimately to a victory. Fantastic work from our 2 teams. That does mean the Nexus Cats are going to be going on to face Regen Ghost in the grand finals of the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational League. All right, our series is concluded. Let's get the interview a-rolling here. See if we can get anyone from the Cats end. Here he is. It's Arthur now.
What's going on, Crush?
2-0 victory. Definitely not a cakewalk, though. How does it feel to be going to the grand finals?
It feels really good. Zul'jin Distillery's a team that we have a real good rivalry with. They're a team we respect. I want to say they had the last 2 series on us, so it feels good to get a win on them. So we feel great. It was a fun series for us.
That was a fantastic series to cast. So super back and forth there the whole time for sure. All right, well, let's see what we can talk about here. So, Braxis Holdout. Not a map we get to see a whole lot there, but it looked like both teams had some pretty good rotational strats there. What was the opening strategy and comms like for you there on Braxis?
So as soon as they picked Braxis, we knew something was up. That's why you probably saw the really weird Zarya ban. I don't know if that's what they wanted, but I didn't want it. We just felt like we had the 4-man that was going to win it, and we could keep pressure on the top lane with our rotations. So that's what we looked to do.
It was a really interesting draft there. We had the Snap Rexar, we had the Genji support, They brought in the Malthael, usually a pretty good counter versus the Rexar, though with with Genji coming in, definitely throws a wrench in that matchup. And then they threw a Brightwing on top of that to really mix up the equation there. But wow, yeah. Thinking back to that game, so XGD turning things around in the mid game. They managed to get the second Zerg wave. They get the boss. At that point, you had really owned the early game. Things were starting to slip in the mid. What were you guys thinking in terms of making sure to secure the victory from that point?
So one of the mistakes I think we made in the game was we got that bottom fort pretty early on before any point was captured. And then we just kind of stayed butt for a little bit, and there was no value there. So eventually, after they got that second Zerg wave, was whenever we finally rotated up. We had the 4-man in the top lane, and we sent our offlaner down at the bottom lane. Like I was saying earlier, I just felt like in that particular draft, Doctor on Tassadar, me on Genji, we just felt like we had the 4-man to hold our own, and constantly put the knife to their throat and put pressure on them to respond to us.
We definitely saw that through the game there on Braxis, ultimately winning the team fight, getting that top Zerg wave, and rolling to victory there in game number 1. Now, Alterac Pass. Talk to me a little bit about the first pick, Kael'thas. That's not one that we get to see an awful lot anymore, but what was the thinking behind getting that out of the way first pick?
I don't know. It just felt right.
Yeah?
Today it just felt right. Today was a Kael'thas day.
And it was there to deny Ankle Shot his favorite hero also.
Was it? Is that his favorite hero?
I think it is. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know that.
All right, it's definitely an informed pick there. Doctor doing fantastic work there. 126,000 hero damage coming out from Kael'thas. Super, super good work there. Yeah, just taking a look at these comps here. Dahaka doing a fantastic job with the off-soak. Mark Zombie found a lot more picks on that Garrosh than actually I expected versus XGD. Is that one that you guys see Mark Zombie on a lot, really just working the angles on that Garrosh?
So I do want to talk about that matchup right there. DeWitt and I have plenty of conversations all the time. I would consider DeWitt a good friend, rival, and he always said he wanted to play his Diablo against Mark's Garrosh because those are the two heroes those two tanks are known for. And today we got that matchup.
We certainly did. There was a lot of focus fire onto the Diablo. There were some deep dives from Mark, some of them working out, some of them not. But that was definitely a very, very cool matchup throughout the game there. Taking a look at the comps, there was one other thing I wanted to look at there. The Tychus, yes. So when I saw the Tychus drafted, I was thinking, pressure out the Diablo in the front line, make sure he can't just stay there forever versus the Garrosh. But ultimately, I think we saw more gank attempts onto the Diablo than just getting gank attempts onto the back line and using the Tychus to ward away the big tank. Did you have to adopt your playstyle a little bit to sort of warding away the back line rather than warding away the tank on Tychus there?
So it was a little bit tricky on that one because we had the Hanzo pick on their side, and typically whenever you have Garrosh plus Tychus and a stud, it's all about blowing up whatever you get and not having to stress too much about who you get, if it's the tank or if it's an assassin. Tychus kind of gives you that legroom to do that. But Hanzo was doing an excellent job of pressuring our backline, so it did kind of shift our focus a little bit where, I had to focus their backline a little bit more because I knew I could handle the assassin on assassin matchup with Tychus because he's misleadingly tanky now. But
yeah, and especially taking those dash talents, you can cover a lot of ground a lot faster than you expected Tychus to. I saw you taking full advantage of that throughout the game.
Yeah, and so yeah, it definitely was an adjustment made mid game because there was a lot of pressure coming from all angles right there. That's one thing Zul'jin Distillery does really well.
Absolutely. Those flanks were lethal more times than a few. Now, the big moment in Alterac Pass, XGD picks up 2 kills, moves on to your objective in the top lane, and splits to go to the boss. Was that on your end? So I get the whole vision, right? And you guys made a very, very gutsy call to get on top of that Rexar from what seemed like no vision on the rest of the team. Was that just sort of a this has to work sort of play, or did you guys actually see them rotating up?
So that was... What's that?
We knew they were at boss during that because there was nowhere else for them to be.
So it was kind of a Hail Mary gut call. So we didn't have vision, but we just knew that they wanted the win off of that objective. So we made the call. We picked Rexar, and then we were actually kind of surprised that it was just Rexar there. We almost thought that they would have just all gone to boss, all done boss, and then come back to finish the cat if they needed to. But we rolled the dice on that one and ended up, I think, saving the game on that for us.
I think that would have been like you still had a couple of structures there, but having a boss plus an objective with 2 down, that was taking keep at least. And then ultimately turning that around, I mean, the boss ended up taking the keep anyway with how long the engage ended up going.
Yeah.
But then you get the objective, you start chaining kills together, and man, just a fantastic finish there, taking the series 2-0. Now, Grand Finals on the horizon. You've got Regen Ghost going up in the final matchup. What do you not to try to coax the strats out of you, because that's my job to ask the unanswerable questions. But what are you expecting from Regen Ghost in the Grand Finals?
So Regen Ghost was one of our favorite matchups this season so far. Whenever we played them in the regular season, I don't remember if we 2-0'd or 2-1 that series. Do you remember, Gibbs?
2-0.
We 2-0'd?
That was a 2-0, okay.
And but they're a very, very good team. And if I recall correctly, they might have been playing with the sub that day.
They didn't have Mongoose those games at all.
Yeah, and I believe Mongoose is on the roster. So we're really looking forward to playing the Goose.
Well, I'm looking forward to, unless come hell or high water, I want that final. I want to see that big matchup, you versus Regen Ghost there. Hopefully we can get that figured out. But all right, so fantastic. Once again, congratulations on your win. Any shout outs you want to make before we wrap things up here?
Oh, always shout out to my team. Shout out to our coach, August. Shout out to Nikki G. Imagine playing a match without Nikki G in the chat. It's always a great time. And shout out to you, of course, casting us. This is you. We've seen a lot of you this season. It's always great. I like to go to bed to some of your VODs whenever.
Crush is our exclusive caster for the season.
I've been picking up as many as I can for the XGDI here. But can't do Monday, can't do Wednesday, but any other day, I'll be there. I'll be casting something. All right, well, thank you very much for coming on by. Congratulations once again, and hope to see you in the finals.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well.